fellas. I don't know what I'm doing and why I don't have my net out yet. It's a fat little male, I think. Come on, get in the net. A+ net job. But moved this fish about, I don't know, a week ago, and figured he'd be coming back. He inhaled that jig streamer, but you know, beautiful little male, good fish to start the day with. Usually I start the day with a 10 inch.
I just wanted to sidebar for a second and say I still kind of suck at recording. I'm trying to get it down a little better. You know, I think these are better than my last videos, but I still have a lot to work on.
Little guy.
I'm thinking about using my head mount instead of my chest mount, and I think I'm going to make the camera lens like less wide, if that makes sense. So, you know, this is a good video for you guys, but they will be better in the future.
I'm going to get some flicks of this guy and release him. Get your jaw out of my net. Beautiful fish, beautiful hole. You know, that's the way you want it to be. All right, guys, there's a giant living under this boulder. He's probably 18 to 20, but he is super, super fat. I want him pretty bad. I've hooked this fish 3 separate times. Twice in a row I've hooked him. No! That was a trout set on a streamer, you know? Maybe I shouldn't be doing shit like that if I actually want to catch the fucking fish. Jesus fuck, dude. That was a good hook, too. I would have got his ass if I didn't fucking fumble that. Jesus Christ, I'm shaking. No, he's done, so I'll pass this through one more time, switch to a worm so that he don't get spooked. All right, hide away. He's right up under that rock, so I don't know if you guys were able to see it, but there's a half decent chance that fish did not see me. So, you know, I can maybe, probably not, but there's a small chance I can swap out flies and get them to eat again and actually hook them this time. So I'm gonna go back to my yarn worm. I need split shots. Unfortunately, I couldn't find split shots last night when I was getting ready. I got them. I don't know. I don't know where they're at though, so we're gonna have to see about that. But God, that guy choked it down. That was it. I could have hooked that fish very well if I didn't just kind of, you know, I knew that was going to be a first drift fish too, and somehow I still wasn't prepared. You'll have that, you know, it's it comes with learning. I haven't been actually Euro nymphing enough. I've mainly just been either throwing streamers on the river this year or you know, using conventional gear. I don't know, man. Trout kind of slipped away from me this year. They are one of my more favorite fish to catch, but I had a lot of fish I wanted to catch this year, a lot of different ways I wanted to fish this year, and I'd say I accomplished a lot of them. But unfortunately, I'm lacking in the brown trout department, and I think I've got like 5 fish, 20 or more this year. Just honestly not good for me. Even the year I had my son, I got a bunch over 20. I don't really have an excuse. I think nah, I think I sold it because I hooked them. Well, you will have that, guys. Plunge pool always looks very good, but I never catch anything out of it. Honestly, I don't even know if there's a brown trout sitting in it. But, you know, really, there's every reason for brown trout to be in there. Not very many for one to not be in here. And there he is. That was the most metal eat that I have gotten all year, probably. What am I doing? What am I doing? Off the rocks. into the water. I had to clip my net up because it keeps falling, but another beautiful little Sage Run resident. Look at that blue. A lot of these trout have really good blues and reds on them. Need to unclip my damn net. The magnets kept falling, so I just got annoyed by it. Maybe not my best work, you know, flinging a 10-inch trout, but sometimes, come on, I just almost popped that out, you damn asshole. Sometimes, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do to catch a fish like that. I mean, that's a little guy, but arguably if that was a brook trout, that would be a giant. So, you know, get some gorgeous little photos of this fella. Cooperate, buddy. Yep, good fish. Look at him just being a good old sport. Off he goes. I've always thought there was a fish in there. I think maybe just the times that I've fished it, the water's been a little low and clear, you know, and they don't want to come out. But today we got enough stain to get the job done, and yeah, I'm doing it. Alright guys, I always miss this fish. He just instantly bams it as soon as it goes into the water, and you don't even have time to set. We're gonna see what we can do about that today. There he is. Yep. What'd I tell you? What'd I tell you? Today's the day. Get me out of them damn weeds. Get me out of that wood, buddy. Come on. Come on, dude. Come on. Come on, what are you doing? You're going the damn wrong way, Buster. You're going the damn wrong way. Look how red that fish is. What am I doing? That's how you use a net, ladies and gentlemen, right there. He choked it. So, basically, everything I thought, you know, hasn't been my fault. That guy inhaled it. It's just been, you know, bad conditions. That's probably fattest 12-incher I've seen in a while. That's a very fat fish. I'd imagine, you know, that guy's just sitting down there munching on bait fish. Everyone that passes that log gets munched by him. You keep him in this current, he stays nice and fresh. Gotta get some pictures. I busted the handle off my net for weight reduction, and you know, if I had an angle grinder, it'd still have a handle. But sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. All right, cooperate. Peace. Gator rolled. All right. I mean, today I came back with a vengeance, you know. They say eye for an eye leaves the world blind. This revenge is pretty fucking sweet. I'll get back to you guys when I got another one. Alright guys, so basically we got a trout eating dries up here, you know, so I'm gonna match the hatch and throw a streamer at him. Oh, he came out like a fucking missile. What'd I tell you? Bugs are hatching, they want streamers, basically. Look at him, look at him. I can't move. This is the most aggressive brown trout I think I probably ever ran into in this creek. Guys, that was in his mouth 4 separate times. He's about to get tired of it and spook if he didn't just spook off. Can I tell you guys a little secret about myself? I hate dry fly fishing, but honestly, how fired up that guy was. I think if I spanked a nice little dry fly down, I would have caught his ass instantly. I mean, I did catch his ass instantly pretty much. I missed him 3 times. Some of the most vicious eats I've gotten out of this stream. And I didn't hook him somehow. That last retrieve, dude, he had it in his mouth 3 separate times. But I could tell, like, it was not hookable. Like, that's not something I can set the hook on. He's biting how they have been, but, you know, slightly more aggressively. I'm not sure what the deal was there. I don't think there's anything I could have done. Seeing that motherfucker attack it that many times is just as good as catching him in my book. Try out there, see if we can get that damn mud shark to come back out. Nope. That's insane. You know, I was expecting him to come out, look at it, maybe smoke it. That was brutal. That was brutal. If this was an actual bait fish, dude, Lord have mercy. Probably wouldn't have seen it after the first time. Oh, a chippy monk, bro. I just realized I'm behind people's houses. I probably sound like a junkie. That's okay though. I'm a trout junkie. When I don't get the conditions I want for these guys, I start fiending like a crackhead. Itching my neck. Wanting more. Dabbing on the top. I think I spooked that guy. He definitely seen me. So I'll get back to you guys when I have more targets. I knew that was going to be a catchable fish though, because I seen him eating dries. I knew he'd take a streamer because the kind of day it is. You got to do what you got to do sometimes. I did not catch him. It's probably the best cast anybody in my bloodline has ever made. Got him. A little guy, a little guy. I'm in the thorns, and I'm high sticking them. Stay out of this hole. Stay out of the hole. Alright, probably the smallest fish in the hole. But beautiful little wild brown. A wall clagger. Look how big his fins are too. Oh my gosh, this guy's brawling. He's only like 16 inches. Oh yeah. Nope. Stud fish right there. Oh, I just fell off the slate wall. Come on, come on, come on. What the fuck is my rod doing? Oh yeah. Check that out. Big male. Oh, smaller male, but colored up to all hell. Inhaled that worm. He done got that every which way he could have. It's a weird ass hook set. He hooked me. Ow, dude. Shit. The line is just simply caught in his teeth, I'm pretty sure. Come on, dude. You know what I'm gonna do for you, buddy? So you quit fucking hooking me? See if I can just pull it out of you. No, I can't. How do you get line wrapped in your teeth like that, dude? There we go. All right. That is a proper Pennsylvania wild brown right there. Look at that. 16-inch fish, probably. Absolute beauty. Alright. My own skill level frightens me. He was sitting under that rock, I can guarantee it. And then he simply came out when the food passed him. You see a giant flash. 30-inch out of a log jam. And I really do think they only get above 25 in the river. I think wanting something like this, they can sense there's a river that it pours into. And they hit that 25 plus range. Like that one. Holy shit, that's a good fish. That's not how you're supposed to do that, but cut me some slack. I've kind of been killing it today. So I lose it spare. Bangus, dude, look at you. That's how you do that right there. I was expecting him to be a lot bigger, and I mean, you know, he was digging. This is a fat little fish, dude. They've all been super fat today. You know, I've always thought there'd be a fish in this little hole that cuts under a bank, and, well, there was a little fish in there. A little male, actually. He's kiked up for how tiny he is. Smoked my jig streamer. I mean, that's embedded in his dang mouth. Look at that. His head looks like a marble trout or something. That is, I have it on wide line spot. God, these hooks are fucking gay. I forgot to mash the barb down on this. I don't usually use barb hooks. Here. Get on them sticks. Oh, that's a stunner. Look how dark that guy is, living up in these rocks. I don't know if I caught it on the camera, but he did some crazy acrobatics for me. Munched my jig streamer. I knew there was fish up in here. It's just that clear water. I bet they just stay tucked into the damn rocks. And this guy's dark as shit, so that's exactly what he does. Look, I could see that red in the water. I mean, look at the red on that damn fish. Dude, what is that? Get a load of it. Beautiful hole too. I've known there's fish in this run for a while, and I finally caught him. There's a vicious little guy right under this root ball. Came out and smoked it 3 times. Out the camera on, so I might as well get his eat on camera because it's vicious. Right there, see? Hold on. Damn it. Why is he actually eating like that? That's like, in my opinion, the most inconvenient way for him that guy could be eating. Had to pop some line out. Evidently, I might not be getting this guy. Yeah, I'll give him a pass. He gave me a good enough eat. That's like catching him. Right up in there. Got a really nice fat little fish on right now. Ooh. Pull him in, he's dark. Oh my gosh. He's lynched in a tree. No, he's not. I just didn't have enough line out. Ooh. Fat little male. Look at that. On the yarnworm, what I tell you guys, you can doubt it all you want. It happens. They like the yarnworm. I don't even care. Nice little barbless hook action. It should have popped out already, but it didn't. Because it's pinned. Ooh, look at that. That hook is pinned, boy. Ugh, beautiful, you know. About the size of all the fish we've caught today. Not what I was expecting out of here, but alright guys, I think somebody might already fish this today. You know, I fished it exactly how I have when I've had success, and I moved 0 fish. You know, it's a bit muddy, so maybe I have moved them and I'm just not able to see them. But today was an amazing day. You know, I did catch a lot of fish, got a lot of fish on camera. You know, I can't really thank anybody else but God for this day, so I'm gonna say a prayer to, you know, finish a nice day like this out. I've been needing it. Dear Lord, thank you for all the opportunities, that amazing fish I've had today. Thank you for the wisdom that you've taught me over the years of my life that have made me the person that I am today. Thank you for giving me my beautiful son. Thank you for keeping good people close to me and giving me good friends. Thank you for the grace that you give me and the mercy that you show me. And yeah, thank you. Amen. So, you know, I was expecting a 40-inch brown trout to murk this right there, but I'm content. You know, even if I don't get nothing, I'm pretty much done. This is the final hole. You know, this is a really popular hole. As a kid, there would be a shit ton of brown trout over 20 inches in this hole. Nowadays, there's like 10 or 15 fish in this hole. The biggest one being like 22, the smallest one being like 5 inches probably. I've seen some dinks in here. But like, maybe even I'll cross the creek, look and see if I see them sitting where they sit. I don't know, man. I think somebody got to them before I did. That's alright though. Thank you guys for watching. If I get another fish, I'm not gonna put it after this. This is the end of the video, but I will sprinkle it in there. So don't doubt me. Have a beautiful day. Goodbye.